Jesus said, "Your body is not what you think it is. It's not a prison. It's not something to transcend. Your body is a doorway, a portal, every cell vibrating at the frequency of the monad." "But they're going to tell you otherwise," Thomas asked. "Who will tell us otherwise?" Jesus looked toward Jerusalem. Toward the temple, those who build empires on your forgetfulness, they'll teach you to reject your body, to see it as sinful, separate from God. Because the moment you realize your body is the portal, you won't need their temples, their priests, their rituals. That teaching was buried, erased, hidden for 2,000 years. But Jesus was right. Your body is a portal to the monad. And the church has worked very hard to make sure you never discover that. Until now, Jesus never taught that your body was separate from the divine. That's what the church taught after him. Jesus taught the opposite. The kingdom of God is within you. Not in a temple, not in heaven someday. Within, inside your physical form. But here's what most people miss. He wasn't speaking metaphorically. He was describing an actual mechanism. Your body at the cellular level, at the quantum level, is vibrating. Everything is frequency. And your body, when operating at its natural state, vibrates at the exact frequency of the monad. The monad is source consciousness, pure unified awareness, and it doesn't exist somewhere separate from physical reality. It exists as physical reality. Your body is monad consciousness condensed into form, slowed down in frequency enough to appear solid. But underneath the appearance, it's pure consciousness, pure monad. Jesus knew this. He operated from this knowing constantly. That's why he could heal bodies, why he could transform matter, why he could walk through walls after resurrection. He knew his body wasn't a prison limiting him. It was a portal giving him access to infinite creative power. And he tried to teach this. He showed his disciples that their bodies were sacred, divine, not something to reject or transcend, but something to activate, to tune, to use as the doorway back to monad consciousness. If you're ready to activate your body as a portal, comment, "My body is the portal right now." But the church couldn't allow this teaching to spread, because if people realized their bodies were portals, they'd stop being controllable. They'd stop feeling guilty about physical existence. They'd stop needing external validation. The entire power structure would collapse. The early church had a choice. Continue Jesus' actual teaching that the body is sacred, or adopt the Greek philosophy that the body is sinful, separate from spirit, something to be denied and controlled. They chose the second option. Why? Control. If your body is sinful, you need the church to save you from it. If your body is separate from God, you need priests to bridge the gap. If physical existence is fallen, you need rituals and rules to make yourself acceptable to the divine. But if your body is a portal, if your flesh is sacred, if matter is just consciousness at a different frequency, then you don't need the church at all. You have direct access built into your very cells. So they buried Jesus' teaching. They declared the body sinful. They created doctrines about original sin, about flesh versus spirit, about denying physical desires to reach spiritual heights. All of it designed to make you forget what Jesus actually taught. And here's the most insidious part. They hid the frequency. Jesus taught a specific way to activate the body as portal, a frequency state, a vibrational tuning. When your body operates at this frequency, the portal opens. You access monad consciousness directly, but the church made sure this frequency was erased from official teachings. They kept people praying from their heads, thinking about God, believing in God, but never dropping into the body, never feeling the frequency. Because the moment you do, you realize you don't need them. You are the portal. You always have been. So what is this frequency Jesus taught? How do you activate your body as a portal to the monad? It's not complicated. That's why the church had to hide it. If it were complex, they could have controlled who learned it. But it's so simple that anyone can access it, which made it dangerous. The frequency is coherence. When your body systems align, when your heart, rhythm, your breath, your brain, waves, your cellular vibration all synchronize into one unified field. That coherent state is the frequency of the monad, and your body knows how to reach it naturally. Jesus taught that you don't create this frequency. You allow it. Your body is always trying to return to coherence, to unity, to the monad frequency. but your mind interferes. Your stress disrupts it. Your identification with separation blocks it. Remove the interference and coherence emerges naturally. Here's what happens. In coherence, your heart generates an electromagnetic field. When your heart rhythm becomes coherent, smooth, regular, harmonious, that field expands. It can be measured up to 15 feet from your body. That field is the portal activating. Your brain waves shift. Instead of the chaotic beta waves of normal thinking, they synchronize into alpha and theta. The same states mystics enter in deep meditation. But you're not meditating. You're just allowing your body's natural frequency. Your cells begin resonating. At the quantum level, the particles that make up your body exist in superposition, everywhere at once. When coherence happens, that quantum state becomes accessible to your conscious awareness. You feel yourself as infinite, as everywhere as the monad. This is what Jesus operated from constantly. This is why he could say, I and the Father are one with such certainty. His body was always in coherence, always vibrating at monad frequency, always functioning as an open portal. Jesus taught a simple method. The church erased it. I'm going to give it to you now. Step 1. Drop into your heart, not your physical heart, your heart center. The energetic center in the middle of your chest. Place your awareness there, not thinking about it, actually moving your consciousness down from your head into your chest. Most people live entirely in their heads. The portal activates in the heart. Breathe into that space. Slow, deep breaths, not forced, natural. Your body knows how to breathe coherently. You've just been overriding it with stress and mental chatter. Let your breath find its natural rhythm. Step 2. Feel. Don't think. This is critical. The portal doesn't activate through thought. It activates through feeling. Stop analyzing. Stop trying to understand. Just feel. Feel the sensation of being alive. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the energy in your chest. Stay in pure sensation. As you do these, something will start to happen. Your heart rhythm will begin to smooth out. The chaotic pattern will become coherent. You might feel warmth, tingling, expansion. That's the electromagnetic field generating. That's the portal beginning to open. Step 3. Recognize yourself as the vibration. Here's where most people get stuck. They feel the vibration and think I'm experiencing something. No. You are the vibration. There's no separate you experiencing a body. There's just consciousness vibrating at different frequencies. Your body, your awareness, the field around you, all one thing, all monad. When you recognize this, when you stop being separate from the vibration and realize you are the vibration, coherence locks in, the portal stabilizes, and suddenly you're not in your body looking out. You're everywhere. You're the monad experiencing itself through this particular focal point called the body. Step 4. Stay in the frequency. The portal doesn't just open once. It's meant to stay open. Jesus lived with it open constantly. That's your natural state too, but you'll need to practice. Drop into your heart multiple times daily. Feel instead of think. Recognize yourself as the vibration. The more you do this, the more your body stabilizes in coherence. Eventually it becomes your baseline. The portal stays open. When your body activates as a portal to the monad, several things happen that the church definitely didn't want you discovering. First, you stop needing external authority. When you can access monad consciousness directly through your body, you don't need priests, you don't need rituals, you don't need buildings. You have direct connection. The intermediaries become obsolete. This is exactly what the church feared. Second, your body becomes self-healing. In coherence, your body's natural healing mechanisms amplify exponentially. Jesus healed others by bringing them into coherence with his field, but he taught that you can do this for yourself. Your body knows how to heal. Coherence removes the interference blocking that healing. Third, you recognize matter as malleable. This is the one that really threatens established power. When you realize your body is consciousness, and consciousness creates reality, you understand that matter isn't fixed. Jesus walked on water, transformed matter, resurrected his body. Not through supernatural power, but through understanding that matter is consciousness. And consciousness responds to coherent frequency. You won't instantly walk on water, but you'll start noticing reality responding to your coherent state. Synchronicities increase. Manifestation accelerates. Obstacles dissolve. This isn't magic. It's physics. Coherent frequency affects the quantum field. The quantum field is what physical reality emerges from. Fourth, you stop fearing death. When your body is a portal, when you've directly experienced yourself as the monad, death becomes obviously not real. Your body is a temporary form the monad is wearing. When it dissolves, the monad doesn't. You don't. Jesus proved this with resurrection, not to show he was special, but to show what's true for everyone. The church needs you fearing death. Fear of death makes you controllable, makes you need salvation, makes you depend on them. But when your body is a portal, when you've experienced yourself as infinite consciousness, death loses its power over you. This teaching is emerging now because the old power structures are collapsing. The church's control is weakening. Information they suppressed for centuries is becoming available, and consciousness itself is shifting. More people than ever are spontaneously discovering that their bodies are portals, not through religion, through direct experience. They drop into their hearts. They feel the coherence. They recognize themselves as the monad. And they realize Jesus was teaching this all along. You're part of this wave. That's why you're here. Why you found this video. Why something inside you recognized the truth in these words. Your body is ready to activate as a portal. The frequency that was hidden is now being revealed. Not just to chosen ones, but to anyone willing to drop out of their head and into their heart. The church hid this because they knew it would end their power. And they were right. The moment you activate your body as a portal, you become ungovernable. Not rebellious, just free. You don't need their permission, their validation, their salvation. You have direct access. Always have. You just forgot. Jesus tried to remind you. They buried his teaching. But the body remembers. The frequency is encoded in your cells. You just need to allow it. Jesus taught that your body is a portal to the monad. Not a prison, not something sinful, a sacred doorway. Every cell vibrating at the frequency of source consciousness. The church hid this teaching because it destroys their entire power structure. But you can't hide truth forever. Your body knows. It's been trying to tell you your whole life. Every time you feel that expansion in your chest, every time your heart opens and the world feels more alive, that's the portal activating. That's coherence. That's the monad frequency. You don't need to earn this. You don't need to be worthy. You don't need years of practice. You just need to drop into your heart. Feel instead of think. Recognize yourself as the vibration, and let your body do what it's always been designed to do. Function as a living portal to infinite consciousness. The church tried to take this from you. They failed because they couldn't change what your body fundamentally is. They could only make you forget. But now you remember. Your body is a portal. The frequency is coherence. The axis is in your heart. Jesus taught this 2,000 years ago. The teaching survived, and now it's yours. Here's what makes this different from everything else you've tried. You're not adding something new. You're not learning a complex technique. You're not becoming something you're not already. You're simply removing the interference that's been blocking your body's natural state. Your body wants to be in coherence. It's fighting to return to monad frequency every single moment. But your mind keeps pulling you out. Your stress keeps disrupting it. Your identification with separation keeps blocking it. The moment you stop interfering, coherence happens automatically. Think about it. You don't have to tell your heart to beat. You don't have to instruct your cells to regenerate. You don't have to consciously regulate your breathing while you sleep. Your body knows how to function as a portal. It's been doing it since before you were born. The only reason it's not happening now is because you've been taught to override it, to live in your head, to think instead of feel, to analyze instead of experience. Jesus knew this. That's why his method is so simple. Drop into the heart. Feel. Recognize yourself as the vibration. Stay there. Do this practice right now. Before you continue scrolling. Before you move on to the next thing. Activate your body as a portal. It takes less than 3 minutes. Close your eyes if you can. If you're in a place where that's not possible, soften your gaze. Drop your awareness from your head down into your chest, into your heart center. Not thinking about it, actually moving your consciousness there. Breathe. Slow, deep, natural breaths. Let your breath find its own rhythm. Don't force it. Just allow it. Now feel. Stop thinking about what's happening and just feel. Feel the sensation of being alive. Feel your heartbeat. Feel the energy in your chest. Stay in pure sensation for 60 seconds. As you do this, you might feel warmth. You might feel tingling. You might feel expansion. Or you might feel nothing obviously different. All of these are correct. The portal doesn't announce itself with fanfare. It opens quietly, naturally, inevitably, when you stop interfering. Now recognize yourself as this vibration. You're not experiencing a vibration. You are the vibration. There's no separation between your awareness and this energy. It's all one thing. All monad. When you recognize this, even for a moment, coherence locks in. The portal stabilizes. You've just accessed monad consciousness directly through your body. Practice this multiple times daily. Drop into your heart when you wake up. Drop into your heart before you sleep. Drop into your heart whenever you notice you're stuck in mental loops or stress patterns. The more you do this, the more your body remembers its natural state. Eventually, coherence becomes your baseline. The portal stays open. Do 3 things right now. First, comment, "My body is the portal below," and share what you felt during the practice. Second, subscribe, because advanced portal activation techniques are coming. Third, like this video so other people discover what the church tried to hide. Jesus taught that your body is a portal to the monad. The church hid the frequency, but your body remembers. The teaching survived. The portal is ready. The frequency is coherence. The access is in your heart. You don't need permission. You don't need years of training. You just need to feel. Your body has been waiting your entire life for you to remember what you are. The portal is open. Walk through.